Hey everyone, it's Evangeline here at etrailer, and today I have the Swagman XTC2 TILT away bike rack, and we'll take a look at how it fits our 2022 Mazda CX-9. So the XTC2 TILT takes the simplicity of the XC and the affordability of an entry-level bike rack, but it also adds a tilt away feature for if you want better access to your hatch even when your bikes are on. So it is popular because of its low price point while still getting the job done, but it also has its downsides as well. With the Mazda CX-9, it gets really close to the vehicle, meaning your bikes will be close to the vehicle. So let's talk about features like that. Now the main thing with the XTC2 TILT is that it tilts away. So I'll show you how to do that. When you go down here to the bottom of the rack, you're going to see these different pins and different clips. So this pin and clip here in the center is what we need to work on. So take that clip out, take this pin out. The good thing about the XTC2 TILT is once that pin and clip are out, you still have time to get yourself all situated, get out of the way of your bikes as you pull on the rack and it tilts away. Now from this point, you can now open up the hatch, look at the clearance between your door, pedals, and your handlebars. Plenty of clearance there. You can now get your waters, your backpacks, your helmet, switch out your shoes if you want to, without having to take the bikes off. So it's a very simple thing they added there, but effective. Now bringing it back up to the CX-9, take a quick look here at the pedal of our bike. So tilted away, brought back. We do have some mountain bike pedals, but it does come close to our license plate. So just be mindful of the placement of your pedals as you load your bike up so you do not make contact with your bumper and risk possible scratches. So how is our bike mounted to this rack? Well, as I put away our pin and clip here, we can take a look at our different touch points. There's 3 touch points. While the XC2 only had wheel loops, the XTC takes it to the next level with these straps for extra security. So 2 straps paired with a frame hook. These are just hooks though, so no locks. If you want security and locking points, you are going to have to purchase them separately. Take a look on our page for those part numbers that match. So we'll take our rubber straps off, one, and here's the second one. Push those out of the way so they're not caught up in our spokes. Then we're going to go up here to this frame mount. So you first have to take one hook off, press that button, take that off, and then do the second one while holding onto your bike. So here you do have to be careful to make sure your bike doesn't hit the vehicle. And if you want to, you can take this other pin out and then push this mast down, and that way it's only a slight hop, and then the bike is down and you're ready to go for your ride. Now look over at those wheel loops. Notice the way they are shaped for those different tire widths. The maximum tire width you can carry with this is going to be up to 2.5 inch wide tires. So if you have extreme mountain bikes with fat tires, that's something to be mindful of. You may need to get a separate wheel hoop to accommodate those fatter tires. We're going to bring this right back up, and I'll push this pin in so you can see how our mast and our frame hooks work. There we go. So I do wish that these had locks on them like other Swagman products. You will see that style on the Swagman Current, which is designed for heavier electric bikes. So speaking of heavier bikes, this does have a weight capacity of 35 pounds per bike, which is pretty normal for your entry-level platform racks, but with those heavy bikes, you are going to have to invest in something heftier. This is going to be very compact though. So measuring from your bumper to the end of the rack, it sits at 17.5 inches. With your bikes loaded up, those handlebars will be sitting out further, but that's a measurement to remember when you're backing into your garage or trying to park into a really tight spot. Another measurement is ground clearance. So I measure from the trays to the ground. So wheel loops is 20.25 inches. The tray is 18 inches off the ground. So still good enough ground clearance for steep inclines like driveways and hills, but that's also the height you're going to be lifting your bikes up to get into the rack. This also has a portable or compact feature. Just like how I pushed that mast down, you can also pull on the pin for the tray and lift the wheel cradles up and secure them again in the pin. Now, I personally would not recommend this as much for driving around town, but more for when you are storing this inside your garage, because this doesn't take away much to the length added to the back of the car, but rather just how much space it takes up inside your shed or your garage. So pins, cradles, pin goes back in. If you do not already have a hitch receiver, you can find a custom fit hitch for your Mazda here at etrailer. This fits into both 1.25 and 2-inch hitches. Doesn't take up much space. Does have an anti-rattle bolt, but not a lock. That's something extra you can also add on to your purchase if you want. So something I would compare this to would be the Hollywood Rack's Destination 2 bike rack. That one is super lightweight, super compact, also very affordable, and very versatile. The Destination is probably one of the only bike racks I've seen that can carry around a almost toddler-sized bike on that rack. The downside to the Destination though is it does not tilt the way. So that's where the XTC2 TILT might come in handy for you. If you want that easy access to your hatch, this might be an option if you still want to stay in the entry-level bike rack range. So this was a look at the Swagman XTC2 TILT on the 2022 Mazda CX-9.
Here on our test course, we'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action. This simulates turning corners or evasively maneuvering. Once we get to the full speed bumps, we'll see the up and down action. This will be just like driving in and out of a parking lot, parking garage, or driveway. Once we get to the alternating speed bumps, we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or pothole or driving over uneven pavement.